everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, this is the Bell 407, and over here my hat cam will focus on Jedi Steve. He's helping out today because I've got a sore shoulder and I am a drone pilot, so I'm going to get him to fly this heli today. So this is the Bell 407 heli. It is designed for beginners and pros. It's got some really cool beginner modes in it, brand new for this heli. If you've flown Flywing helis before, this should be totally different. They have a ton of safety features in it as well. There's a whole pile of different flight modes for the beginner, and we're going to run through them today. So to get going, I'm just going to power on the remote here. I just have to press these two buttons. I'll push all the switches up. There we go, makes that beautiful sound. It is ready to go. Now for my switches, I'll show you a close-up. The one on this side, I've got it on stop because I don't want it on run while I'm plugging in a battery because it might start running just by accident. So leave it on stop. Over here, you have 3 speed modes, soft, normal, and sport. We're gonna run through them today. I'm gonna leave it on soft. That's also gonna give you a nice soft takeoff and a soft landing, which is really cool. The next switch over, you have home, which is return to home. The middle one is GPS. That's what we're gonna run on today. And the bottom one is attitude mode. Only if you're a pro should you flick it to attitude mode because it takes away a lot of the stability that you'll be used to in GPS mode. And finally, another new switch over on this side. They have coordinated turns. We're gonna try that today. That allows the heli to bank while it's in beginner mode. So it banks as it's taking a corner. It looks very realistic. And it also has off to leave it off if you don't want it. So this is all set to go, and I just have to plug in the battery. And then it just has to get the GPS signal, and Flywing is now very worried that some newbies might be having problems getting the GPS signal. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. See if my hat cam gets it. I'm gonna plug in the battery. I'm trying to hold my head down so you can see me plug it in. There we go. I'm getting blue and red.
Oh, there we go.
There's a dance happening in front of me. If your heli does not do a dance, unplug it and plug it back in. You got to get the heli to do a dance like that. You saw the blades move. Next thing that's going to happen is I'm just going to move the blades out of the way slightly so I can see it with my hat cam. Maybe you can't. I'm going to bring my head close and try not to get head shaved here or face shaved. There's a little light, I'm pointing at it. It is currently blinking yellow. I don't know if the hat cam picks that up. You need that to go green. All right, so it didn't take long. It is on green right now. I'm gonna try to get my hat in there. You see it's a solid green. I'm pointing at it in case my camera's not getting it. Here's what Flywing says. Flywing says, if you want to be 100% sure that you have a solid GPS signal, you do this. Grab the tail and you're going to spin it 360 degrees, and that must remain green. If it goes to a different color other than green when you spin it, you don't have enough satellites. So let's try it. Like, I didn't let it sit there that long, but it's going. It's still green, still green. So in other words, you have satellites in all directions. And we push the canopy with it. Spin it around. It's, I don't know if my hat cam's getting it. It's solid green as I'm going here. Bring it back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it to the orientation of flight, which is this way. And when it takes off, it's going to lock itself in that's how it has to return to home. Come down and land with the nose pointing that way. At least that's how I understand it. So now it's just a matter of putting the cover on and then we go fly. So let's slide this cover on. We just got to get the little pins in the back. There we go, and push it down. Now I am going to place an Insta360 Go camera on the bottom. It comes right out. It's rather small in size, like this. And that will give us really cool flight footage when the heli is too far away to capture in the camera I'm filming it with. And before we take off, I want to point out that this new version from Flywing, the helis are much more detailed than they ever were before. They're still made out of fiberglass. They still have the beginner mode blade system where you just push in, pull out, and the blades go on and off. You can set it up at the field. They're idiot proof. You can't put them on the wrong way. And new to Flywing is they have LED lights. I have one on this side. I'll show you a close up. One on this side, and you have a light at the back, LED, that flashes on and off. So I don't have to stick any of my little lights on it like I used to. And the battery that's inside is a 5,000 milliamp hour 4S LiPo battery, and it should give you about 20 minutes of flight time. And this little remote will give you about a mile range when you're flying the heli. Obviously you're not going to fly it a mile away because you can't see it. Now I'm just going to jump in here because I want to show you two things that I forgot to mention in the video or show you in the video. One is the actual battery. This is the battery that comes with this heli. It's a 5,000 milliamp hour 4S LiPo battery. You will get a maximum of 20 minutes of flight time with this battery. Now there's a lot lot of space in the canopy that you could fit a 5,000 or even 6,000 milliamp hour LiPo battery and get even more flight time than 20 minutes. So it's totally up to you. And of course, it's a normal RC hobby battery, so you can go to your local RC hobby store and get these batteries. You don't have to buy them from Flywing or any other company. Second thing I wanted to show you is when you see Jedi Steve start the motors on this heli, you don't see what he's doing on the remote, so I'm going to show you right now. For beginners out there, all you do is this. You take these two joysticks, you pull them down and out to the sides, you count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You release them, and then you click on the little run switch. Motors will start and you can get flying. All right, Jedi Steve is going to be the pilot and he's going to run through all the modes. So if you look at his switches right now, if I zoom in here, he's got them on stop, he's got it on soft, he's got it on GPS, and he's got coordinated turns off. So what he's going to do is run through all the modes. Are you ready, Steve?
Yes, I think so.
All right, let's zoom out and let's check out our heli. Give her a shot.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're running. There we go.
So this is supposed to be a very smooth takeoff in GPS. It's supposed to be the new system. So we'll just watch her go up. Whenever you're ready, Steve.
Yep, I'll let it spool up. I think we're good now.
Should be smooth.
It jumps a bit, but after that it's nice and stable.
Well, it looks pretty stable. Okay, Steve is in soft mode, so he's going to have full speed, which is going to be very slow. So tell me when you're going full speed towards it.
So we're slow and we're going to start one circuit.
Are you going full speed now?
Oh no, you want full speed?
Yeah, I want to see how
Here's
fast
full
it goes
speed.
in soft.
It's still fairly fast.
Yeah, it's fast for soft. Holy crap. Comes around. Nice. Okay, switch it to the next speed mode, which would be normal.
So next speed mode will be normal.
Try normal.
Normal now.
And turn on coordinated turns.
Oh, you want coordinated turn?
Yeah, turn it on now with normal.
Got it. Normal coordinated turn right now.
So hopefully it goes faster and banks. It's going to bank when he turns. Well, she's banking. Was that a little weird?
Yeah, a little weird. I'm helping it doing coordinated turn.
Yeah, I think it's designed that if you're a beginner, you don't use both joysticks maybe.
Okay, yeah.
It might be something like that.
Let me, yeah.
Try with just the right, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still doing it the way I would do it if it'd be in manual. Otherwise, it just drags its tail. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but...
Okay, do the last one, which is sport mode with a turn off coordinated turns.
All right, so coordinated turn. Sorry, you still want coordinated turn?
No, turn it off, please.
Okay.
And just straight sport mode so we get the top speed in GPS.
All right.
I'm going to zoom out and you just go straight.
All right, so sport mode,
engaged. And then full blast forward.
And there you go.
So what do you think about that speed in GPS mode?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that
looks better. Like
I
mean, it's not even in coordinated turn now, but it does bank a little bit, and I like the way it looks scale-wise. That's better.
Yeah, I think the coordinated turns is more for beginners in soft mode.
Yeah, that would be a very good practice for eventually going full manual. It does a nice coordinated turn. It doesn't just turn flat, which is nice.
All right, Steve, next thing is fly over to the splash park.
Yes.
And then we're going to try the return to home function, see if it's any better on this one. Here, I'm going to zoom out. I'll show you how far away Steve is. He's flying backwards right now, but you can't tell. But if I zoom out, you can see he's way out there. He's a dot. And I'm going to zoom into him. Okay, now on your remote, hit that home button.
Home button, all right, engaging now.
Let's see what she does.
And there she goes.
Goes up to a certain height. And it should fly back to us and come back and automatically land. So this is also a function that happens if the battery is low or you lose signal, it does this. And I assume it should land in exactly the same position it took off from. So it's coming down. Just following it down. How fast is it coming down, Steve?
It's coming down fairly slow. I like the speed, it's good.
So let's zoom out. Nothing underneath it?
No, we're good.
Let's take a look here.
It's just off by it, just a little bit.
Oh, look at the landing pad. And it should hit, you have to hit the kill switch as well, it says. It turns itself off, but for safety it says hit
Yeah,
the kill
just for
switch.
safety we'll put it stop. I'm curious to see if everything's going to stop properly. Then I'll shift it to off.
We'll put it back on the landing pad for the next flight.
There you go. I'd say that's pretty good. See, within 2 feet. I mean, it's not perfect, but
well, it's better than most Flywings.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that, no problem.
It's pretty darn good. Now,
There
we
you
have
go.
the same battery in it because you do get a long flight time. So
Oh, yeah, we
Steve's
still
going to
got
fly
tons
it
of
in
juice.
angle mode next. That means
All right.
very little stability.
All right, so attitude mode engaged.
Yep.
I'll leave it at sport because I don't know if they have to be together, but we'll leave it at sport. Let's engage. We'll 5 seconds down and then on. Yep, you're good.
Attitude mode. The light on the flight controller in the heli will no longer be green. It will turn a blue color, I believe,
Blue
for
color, all
attitude
right.
mode.
I'll let it spool up. Make sure I got all my speed, and up we go.
I'm going to zoom out as he goes up. So Jedi Steve has full control now, and he can fly it like a real pro heli.
That'd be more my mode.
So this feels good to you?
You know, it's good, but I'd be tempted to say the sport mode makes it even smoother, surprisingly. The last mode that we tried before we landed seems to be well tuned because it's even smoother on the sport mode than it is in attitude. So far anyway, mind you, I just started flying it, but it felt better on sport mode.
Okay, now go as fast as you can coming back.
All right, here we go.
This is going to be in angle mode. I've got it zoomed out so I can catch him. You know, I hope the onboard camera is catching this because it's hard to capture from the ground. It moves too quickly. Okay, try to bring it down low and fly it so I can capture it more. And then that'll be it. Even a little lower.
Yeah. I just got to let it drop slightly there. There we go.
I'll try to zoom in.
I mean, it's more slippery when it's in attitude mode, so there you go.
All right, now bring her back and land her, and then tell me what you think.
All right, so we'll do the landing. Then I'll give you my comments. So let's set up for landing. All right, try to do a nice approach. We'll try to
Steve is manually landing this. He's doing it all himself. So he's going to hit the kill switch when he lands. He'll land on flat ground so it doesn't tip over.
There we go. We'll try to land
He'll
close
land
to
as
the
close
pad.
to
I'm
the
always
landing pad
worried
as
the
you
pad's
can.
going to fly up, so I'd rather land right next to it.
And then he'll hit the kill switch. And she'll power down. All right, so now that it's powering down, I'm going to zoom out and come back to you. Give me your final thoughts, Steve. What do you think?
Final thought? Well, they're all so good now. It's hard to really complain about anything.
So let's go through them quickly. There was the 3 speeds: soft, normal, and sport. Which speed did you like the best for you?
You know what? As good as the manual mode was, which is my usually favorite mode, I would say that I'd be tempted to fly it with the GPS. That was the sport mode. GPS Sport still gave me a lot of control, and it smoothed out the turns actually. So I'd say a lot of people would have fun with that mode, which is surprising. Usually a GPS mode is a little more mechanical, but this one was really smooth.
So for a true beginner who's never flown a heli before, myself, I would say soft. And just move it inches along at inches speed, you know, like very slow.
But at least it gives you a different level now that if you don't quite feel ready for full manual, it still gives you, 90% of the feel of what manual will be like. So that's actually a nice upgrade. So I like that.
Yeah, and how do you like the design of this heli? And
oh, it's beautiful. I mean,
they
keep increasing the details. I'm amazed about all the little panel lines on it, whatever.
I know. Not only have they increased the detail, but when everybody's watching here, when you see the unboxing, the unboxing is now like a really professional product.
Yeah, they keep improving, and how can you complain about that?
They know
beautiful.
A lot of beginners fly these, so they've made it more and more for first-time pilots or pilots who want to take it easy.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, Steve. Now we'll take a look at what comes in the box when you buy this heli. Here we have the box this beautiful heli arrives in. Everything is extremely well packaged and everything you need is in this box. First item would be a set of Flywing stickers. Next, you'll find a checklist which explains how to safely operate the helicopter. In addition, there's more safety information which is printed on this huge document that is the size of the box. The included user manual is very easy to understand and explains exactly how to fly the heli. And finally, we have the heli plus accessories. The included RC radio is a very common radio. The radio can be customized to your own personal settings. The joysticks sit in the middle, which means it is designed for beginner pilots. The radio is powered by 4 AA batteries, and those batteries are not included. 1 or more batteries are included. A battery charger and instruction manual is also included. If you have to perform any repairs on the heli, a toolkit is provided. If you wish to reprogram or customize the flight controller, a very long USB cable is provided. 4 quick release blades are included. And the last item would be the heli. The heli is powered by 2 brushless motors, 1 brushless motor in the rear, and 1 brushless motor that powers the main rotors. The rotor head is made out of CNC aluminum. Here you can see the 60 amp dual ESC, and here you can see the Flywing flight controller. And back here would be the receiver that connects to your radio. Here we have a good shot of the 3 digital servos. This beautiful, highly detailed Flywing Bell 407 heli is available on the Sterling Kit website. I'm going to put links below this video. You can go check it out. I do have a discount code. Enter my discount code to save some money when you buy this one. And now I say thanks for watching this video review. If you have questions on this heli, post your questions below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll catch you in a future video with many more cool products. But for now I say thanks for watching. Bye!